Good evening, all.
Hello. Welcome to Imperial Pool.
I'm glad we're here.
I'm Brian.
I'm embarrassed.
This is still Joe. We were watching some videos right before we came on here, and there was a whole bunch of them that were like, they were like talking about TCGs, but they had like these really affected voices.
Hi.
Like, hi, welcome to the show. And we were like, who talks like that? Do we talk like that? So anyway, welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello.
I am Brian.
I am still Joe.
And today we're going to be opening a little something different. Some of you may be aware of Keyforge, which is a game that is no longer being printed, is my understanding.
Founded in 2018, I believe.
And maybe was a victim of COVID. We're not sure, but for what reason they don't print anymore. But Keyforge did stake out a very, I would say, a modest success in the gaming world. People really liked it. However, it's
something unique about it as well.
Yeah, that's right. However, it's unknown to us, so we're going to open a Keyforge Age of Ascension 2-player starter set.
Yeah.
So we'll look inside and see, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it in a second. But first, how was your week, Joe?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I know last week we talked about me starting to clean the office. This week I cleaned it more. It's coming along, and
nice.
Selling off some things I don't need.
Yeah. Is that a good feeling?
It is a good feeling.
Yeah. Are you getting rid of things that don't spark joy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't spark joy, you just...
They're gone.
Now, do you have a problem getting rid of things like a lot of people?
Yeah, I have a problem getting rid of a lot of people.
In the way that other people have a hard time getting rid of things, do you also have a hard time getting rid of things?
I mean, I want to say no, but if you guys can't see this, but Brian, if you look at the shelf up there's things from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. So,
sure.
I mean,
yes. you didn't get them in the 30s.
Get those. I just enjoy them.
They're antiques.
As a graphic designer, I like old packaging.
Sure, yeah.
So I kind of dig on that.
Yeah. No, I get it. I find it hard. Although as I get older, I'm finding it easier and easier to get rid of things.
Yeah.
During COVID, we had a lot of time, obviously, on our hands, like a lot of us. And I decided to clean my basement. And at first, I was like, I'll just start at one end and go all the way through because it was pretty rough. And I'd take one box and open it and see what's inside. I'd be like, I can't get rid of this. But by the time I got to the end, I was like, yeet, yeet. Everything was going. So, you realize like we had lived in that house for 10 years and some of it hadn't been unpacked since we moved in. And I was like, if I didn't need it in 10 years, it's not needed.
Well, like I was telling you just before we went live, is some of the stuff that I bought 25, 30 years ago. And I've carried it around just because I might want to use it sometime. Timmy T, happy Sunday.
Hey, welcome.
And now I'm just like, why am I still carrying this around?
Yeah, I know. Now, a lot of you out there watching are probably TCG fans. Do you have a hard time getting rid of cards? Because we all have boxes and bins full of cards that we don't really want.
Nope.
We will likely never use. But we don't get rid of them.
Yep.
Because you think, maybe I'll sell them.
Leah's in here too.
Or maybe
Hi,
I'll
Leah.
make some new decks. Or maybe I'll, and they'll just sit there forever.
Yep.
What we should do is just throw them in the garbage. Because if you don't want them, nobody else wants them either.
Fair.
But I don't throw them out.
No.
That's what I should do, but I don't. I have cards for games I've never played. And are they're valueless. They will never appreciate. And yet somehow I'm like, but maybe
right. Well, and like I have a bunch of unopened MetaZoo stuff.
Yes.
And which is in one way really great because MetaZoo is back and they're coming, but they're making all the old cards irrelevant and changing the entire gameplay.
We're starting over from scratch.
So it's like, I mean, the Meta 2 was the company that bought it, but there's a reason for it. They're changing the entirety of the game. So the old cards are just fire starter.
Yeah, maybe that should be an episode one day. We go out in my backyard, just because I know I get good internet there, as you know, and just have a fire and just get rid of all this stuff that we don't want anymore. It'd be really cathartic, maybe for New Year's.
That's right. Tim says crack those boxes. We'll just crack all the MetaZoo.
Oh my God. We could too. Crack it and then right into the fire. Like, oh wow, these are really cool. Fire.
One for you, one for me. One for you, one for
Light a cigar with one. Fire. Well, that's great. Well, I had an interesting week. I Just been working on Christmas stuff for my work because we are doing a Christmas event coming up, and that's really cool. It feels weird because to me it feels a little early for Christmas. It's not even, what's today, the 23rd, 24th?
Yep.
Okay, so now it's about
It did snow this morning.
It did. I did not see it. I did not wake up this morning.
I did.
I had a sleepy weekend, let's just say. But anyway,
but we did get to hang out last night.
We did. We went out last night for some non-card related fun.
Yeah, Brian and I, as many of you know if you've watched the show, have been friends forever. And often lately, just life is busy, it's been like, see you next Sunday.
Yeah, we see each other here at the show, and then, but I mean, that's honestly more than I see most of my friends.
That's true.
To be honest. But no, it's good. We had a really good time.
Yep.
Had some wings, had some
cheesy
drinks.
fries.
Yeah. Enjoyed watching some people watching. But it was cool, and so here we are the next day. I don't know when the last time was I saw you 2 days in a row.
No, man.
Good Lord. What was it, the 1900s?
I think so.
So anyway, let's get going here.
Before you open that,
Oh.
I've been working on crafts.
You have?
I have. I want to show you something. Can I see this?
You did not tell me.
No, I did not. So, I can take two. I take these beers, and I've learned how to make animals with them, like balloon animals.
Okay.
Yeah. See, like right now, you know what that is?
No.
It's a toucan.
Oh. So it is.
As you were.
Follow your no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fireside chat.
There we go.
That's what we should call it, the fireside chat, where we get rid of all this old crap that we don't need. So today's beer selection is Muskoka Brewery's Mad Tom West Coast IPA.
Trombone sound effect. Oh, yeah, I guess it does deserve that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Womp womp. This is a West Coast IPA, and I thought that I went and bought the beers this time, and I didn't remember this one, but Joe seems to think that maybe we did this one before.
We've either done this one before, or I'm just familiar with it.
Or you just had it before.
Yeah.
So, it's an IPA. It's 6.4%. I didn't realize that when I bought it. Well, let's give it a go.
Here it goes. Cheers.
Bonk. Oh, no.
Called it.
No. Sorry, Mad Tom. No, this is too hoppy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're into this kind of thing, you really like it, but I'm not. So I will drink some, but...
But he's going to complain about it the entire episode.
I will. As is my privilege. All right, well let's get down to it, shall we?
We're like an hour into the episode. Let's maybe do something with the cards we got.
Well, we had to vamp a little bit to let all those people get into the chat.
That's right. That's true.
So,
and I had to make my beer joke.
yeah, that's right.
There's
all right, here we go. Oh, here we go. It's shiny a bit because of the plastic, but we'll get rid of that in a sec. This is Keyforge, Age of Ascension. In fact, why don't I get rid of it as we speak? Yeah. There's no reason to have that on there. So Keyforge, my understanding is that all the decks in these starter sets are different. Yeah. Is that right?
I believe that is the situation with these, that there's two starter decks, and the way that they're printed are every card or every deck is different, and you can't change your deck after.
Something like that. We're not quite sure. We did a little research before, but it was a bit confusing. Yeah. So
yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was a bit confusing. With those videos we were trying to watch. But it is a unique deck game by Richard Garfield, who
That's a familiar name.
Was heavily involved with Magic the Gathering for a time, so must be something to it.
Yeah.
Well, let's open it up and see what's inside here. 'Cause it's not just cards, is my understanding. Bum, 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 bum.
I missed my opportunity.
All right, you guys just pretend like that happened at the right time. So this is the Keyforge Age of Ascension overview. So it tells you a bit about the rules and how to play.
But I understand that this is the second set. The first set had slightly different rules. Second set introduced some new rules. The full rule guide, I don't know if it's still online because I don't know if the website's still active. But you can download the current rules or the update rules.
Yeah. So
what do we got here?
It looks like we've got some tokens and things to punch out. Yep, that's how it works.
Yep.
So that gets punched out.
It doesn't work if you don't make the sounds.
No. Oh, that one got punched out. Check it out. Ready? Bah! Bah!
Best game of whack-a-mole ever.
Bah! Bah! I'm enjoying Keyforge so far. Oh, dang. This is fun. Ready? Boo! Oh, that one hit the camera. And also we've got some more here that are shaped like
other shapes,
gems and rocks and things. Boo! Boo! Oh, that one just opens. Ready? 5. Boo! Boo! Oh, I gotta clean that up after. 1. Boo! 1. Boo! 1. Boo! Boo! I'm sorry, this is too much fun. What else we got here? We should pew them right into the fire.
Our whole episode is just going to be us popping tokens.
So it looks like we got some unfoldables here. I believe these are probably playmats.
Some playmats, yeah.
Maybe you can switch it to the big camera for a sec and I'll hold them up. So we've got
playmat
number 1. It looks pretty good.
Yep.
So there's a spot for cards and tokens down there. And that's the
the
blue one. And then we've also got the red one. That's more or less the same, but red. Different things.
Doink.
We've got some playmats. So that's all you need to get started. And then
Jeffrey Pasito, hello. He says you're supposed to use your fist. It is called punchboard after all.
Oh, that's true. Oh my God, can I? Can I though?
Somebody's got to clean this up.
Good idea, Jeff. I like that. Okay, you got to switch it to the thing. Are you ready? I wonder how many I can do in a punch.
Wow. Fists of fury here, folks.
Yeah, that's right. I'm oh wow, now we got all these bits everywhere. Who did that?
What's this Wii stuff? You did it.
All right, so now we have 2 of these, and my understanding is if you already have the stuff, you don't need to buy the whole box. You can just buy these.
Yeah.
But obviously that's where we are. Looks like, is there anything? I don't think there's anything underneath, but there is like a punch out there.
Yeah,
so
what's that? Is there?
Pew!
Is it maybe to separate the decks?
Maybe.
Huh.
Oh yeah, once you're done, you can put them in. Yeah, that's cool. I'll leave that in there. So from what we understand, most times when you get starter decks, they're all identical, right?
Mm-hmm.
They curate a deck of cards that they think would be good for beginners, and then when you buy these, they're all the same.
Yep.
But in this case, with Keyforge, they are not all the same. They are procedurally generated, and they are...
That's a big word.
Thank you. I've been learning. So each one is unique, and it's ready to play, but with different cards and different descriptions and things. So they're going to be a little
same but different.
Yeah. So they are for starters, but they are going to be so. Although these look identical, they, as far as we understand, they will not be identical.
Yeah.
So, but we'll take a look, and we'll look at. Although we haven't played this before, we can still look at the usual stuff that we do, like the art and the layout, the backs, that sort of stuff. So, I'm not sure how you open this. If there's a elegant way or just. You think after all this time I would be better at. Quiet, you. And then, and they're wrapped in plastic, like a
pack of smokes.
Like a pack of smokes, smoking a pancake. Where's the thing? They always say these are to make it easier to open, but I find them difficult because I can never find the end. There we go. All right, that wasn't so bad. I stand corrected. So here we've got our first Keyforge deck. These look like the backs. So before we get to the actual cards, what do you think of the backs there?
Well, let's take a look. Do they all say, okay, Jules,
Ratshaw Marquis, they're all the same.
Oh, okay.
See?
Interesting.
So I'll hold that up. You can take a look.
Yeah, I'll take one here. Let's see.
So what do you think of the backs here? I don't think I've seen backs like this before.
No, I wonder if it's... so if all the decks are made a little bit differently, I'm wondering if these 3 icons, or the 3 houses, whatever you want to call them, are going to be different on the next deck.
We'll have to wait till we get to the next deck.
Because I understand the decks are made of 3 factions, houses,
affiliations, right. Yeah, that's
whatever.
Right.
So I suppose Jules belongs to those 3 houses. It looks a little more Halloween-y to me than it does TCG, but...
Well, yeah, they're sort of a mix of
Yeah.
fantasy, sci-fi, aliens, that kind of stuff. So
Now, that said, I like the kind of distressed and kind of mechanical texture of the design.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like it.
A Ratshaw Marquee.
Huh.
There you go.
All right. So we'll throw that.
See a QR code already.
We see a QR code. This is there is a QR code for this deck list. So it starts with a deck list of everything that's in there. I'm going to put my thumb here, although it's too late now, isn't it? If anybody wants to. I don't care. Who cares? I'm not sure what that does.
What if they're going to go back in time and steal my cards?
I don't know. So let's just go through a few of these here, and we'll take a look at some of the art.
Yeah.
Do you mind to up the brightness there? I can't quite see.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. We've got Rigged Lottery. Oubliette. Ooh, that's cool. Do you know what an oubliette is?
No.
It's like a dungeon where it's just a hole in the ground, and they dump people in it, and then they just leave them there.
Oh, what do they do? The jaunty.
Huh?
The jaunty. Jaunty oubliette. Jaunty oubliette.
No, that's a different. That's a different song.
I prefer House Atreides to Harkonnen, or is that different IP? I don't know the reference, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Lights Out.
We appreciate you coming out, but we don't understand the reference.
Umbra.
We're old.
Swindle. Oh, yeah, I start to see a theme here. Sucker Punch. Nerve Blast. Knuckles Bolton. I kind of like that guy. Check out Knuckles Bolton. Did you know there's a...
Oh, it's Dune. It's a Dune reference.
Oh, right, okay. Knuckles Bolton again. A few Knuckles
Okay.
Bolton. Okay. Gamgee. Bad Penny. Sample Collection. Interesting.
I'm noticing up in the top left, we've got the alien head.
Yeah, and we've got the other ones on the other
Yeah.
cards there. Floxum Spike? Floxum Spike? Floxum. Floxum? Floxum. Floxum Woxum. Exterminate. Exterminate. Obviously, that is a Doctor Who reference,
Yeah.
but these are not Daleks. Sky Booster Squadron.
They can fly now?
They can fly now. Mars needs Ember.
And what do we use Ember for in this game?
Ember is what you're trying to get. So all the cards, you're trying to gather enough Ember to
Forge keys.
forge keys. That's right. And
Yeah. You need 3 keys to win the game.
right. Mars first. Interesting. Oh, fuck off. Hang on.
So, Jeff says they're Dale likes. So they're not Daleks. They're just Dale
Oh, yeah,
likes.
that's not bad. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. I'm putting on my special glasses here so I can read this.
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Doctor Whom.
Doctor Who.
This is Ixilixi Fix Finger.
Are we watching Pokemon here? What's going on?
Ixilixi. No, Ixilixi. Lixili. Anyway, you guys can see it on the screen. You read it. Oh, there's another one. I'm not reading it 3 times.
Might be better by the time you finish it.
Glixel Proliferator. So I like that now we've got this alien style of art.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. I'm kind of liking it. They look really interesting. Collector Worm. Mugwump. I felt like a mugwump today. I didn't do much of anything. Relentless Assault. Ogopogo.
I don't remember that's what the Ogopogo looked like.
No. Maybe for those of you watching in the chat there, who aren't from Canada, Ogopogo is a cryptid that lives in the Okanagan Valley in British Columbia, kind of like Canadian Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah. Cooler.
Yeah.
More apologetic as well.
Yeah, but this is not that, so I don't know why this is called that.
Maybe it's pronounced Ogopogo.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
When you buy electronics and you have to name them for the network, I have a GoPro and I call it Ogo GoPro.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I also used to have MP3PO for my MP3 players. Burn the stockpile. That's what we were just talking about.
Fireside chat.
Fireside chat. Throw it in the fire. Blood money.
Yeah.
Lollop the Titanic.
That's what an iceberg did.
Oh wow! So this is Lollop.
He's
The big
awesome.
guy. That's pretty cool, actually. Look at
I'm liking the theme of these cards. The front of them Could use some.
Well, you know what? We haven't played before, but
No.
all the information is very easily read.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Sometimes they get a little carried away with the designing, and you can't read them anymore. And these are very legible.
I think the art is so nice, though. I'd like to see more of it.
Grok. A couple of those. Groggans. Hello, Groggans. Gauntlet of Command artifact. First Blood. Agent Who Man. That's kind of funny. And First Blood.
3 hamsters in a jacket.
Yeah. Are we missing the guy? Isn't there supposed to be
Like a champion?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll open the next one and we'll see.
We'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I am enjoying these. The art is actually kind of cool about that.
Ooh, speaking of BC, First Blood was filmed in BC. I didn't realize that. Yeah, have you seen First Blood?
No.
Rambo?
No.
No? It's
I also haven't seen Dune, so basically everything Jeff's talking about today is like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Well, yeah, I like First Blood. Like, you think of Rambo, if you didn't know, and you think it was just Rambo with his headband going around shooting people in different countries. But the First Blood is just like Rambo comes back to America, and he's kind of a vet with PTSD and goes to this little town, but because he's a drifter, they give him the gears, the cops give him the gears, and then he kind of goes crazy and kills a bunch of people.
Oh.
It's quite good, actually. It's not what you think if you don't know much about Rambo. Poor Rambo. He just wanted to be left alone, you know? And then Brian Dennehy had to get all up in his business. All right, so this is Unsanitary Stone Sieve. Whoop, there we go. And the backs are different.
Mm-hmm.
It says the name of the person and has different houses. So
yours still has Mars.
Yep.
And then I don't know what the other two's named are, but they will say it on the checklist card. Brobnar,
Untamed, and Mars. So that's pretty interesting.
Zachary's here too. Zachary
look
loves
and see
Dune.
what happens if we scan the code.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to come in here and scan this code and see where it goes. Maybe nowhere if it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, there we go. Go to my decks, search decks, recently discovered decks. So they're all a little bit different.
Interesting.
And I don't have a...
What's that number?
Oh, there have been
I was just gonna
3
say,
million decks discovered. Oh, that's
wow.
really interesting. I think that's a really cool, unique feature. Huh. Well, that's very cool. All right. Well, let's get to it. We've got... So this is the Untamed house.
Mm-hmm. And Zachary's here tonight, too.
Oh, hey,
Hello,
Zachary. Thanks for everybody who's in the chat, by the way. Or even if you're just watching and not chatting, that's okay, too.
Hi, Corey.
We appreciate you all being here, joining us on a Sunday night. This is good. You know what? I'm going to have a...
You are. Sure. You know what? I know how much you like this beer. I'll stand by with you.
Just got to drink it fast. This is the kind of beer that you drink a couple of them and then you're just like, let's get some fucking McNuggets.
So Brian and I have a history of McNuggets.
Yeah,
He lived in Toronto one time, and I went to visit him, and we went to the pub. We only drank 1 pitcher.
Yep, and it was Foster's. It wasn't even like a crazy. We had a pitcher of Foster's
in like a yard sale or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
like a mix of all the different pub food, and it hit both of us.
We got out of the bar and we kind of went, whoa, what the hell? And there was a McDonald's down the street.
Sure was.
And they had 20 packs of McNuggets on sale. So we each got one.
We sure did.
And then you were smart and you only ate a few and left the rest for later.
Can you repeat that a little bit again?
What, you were smart?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. This one time where you only ate some of the McNuggets, put them away. I ate them all back to back, and then I had a McNugget hangover.
Yeah, it was the best.
All right, so we've got Poe's Pixies, Pampaka Anga? Papaka Anga. Pampaka Anga. I just like to say that. Fog Bank. Isn't that a band?
I think it's Fog Hat.
Oh, I thought there was also a band called Fog Bank. Anyway, Fog Bank. Flaxia. I'm starting to see the pattern here.
Yeah.
Camouflage!
Bet you don't see the pattern there.
No, don't see the pattern here at all. Listen up and all, it's camouflage. Boom, boom. Boom,
That
boom.
card is designed backwards, though. Look at the...
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's an upgrade rather than a regular card, so maybe that's why.
Are there any upgrades in this set? Let me see.
Maybe. I think there were. There were some that were printed that way. This is a Bumblebird.
You're a friggin' liar.
Presumably between a bumblebee and a hummingbird. Song of Spring.
Hummingbee, hummingbee.
Nox. That's a
giant hippopotamus.
That's a hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
It's a hip hoppopotamus. Isn't that the song?
That's one of the songs.
Yeah. Grove Keeper. Hello, everybody. I'm Grover the Keeper.
If he was a drummer, he'd be the Groove Keeper.
Red Planet Ray Gun. This is also an upgrade.
I dig that one.
Flotsam Spike.
We had that in this deck.
Mothership Support. Destroy them all. Sorry, destroy them all.
Oh, I like that guy.
Ooh.
Let's get a close-up of this guy.
Ember Conduction Unit. Check him out. Is it in focus? I can't tell with these on, with these glasses. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. Sizizic Shockworm.
Sizizix. That's pretty good.
Sizizix Shockworm. Right? I would say that. Sizizix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Xanthix Harvester.
He's got too many eyes.
Tixel Beam Buckler. These guys are cool.
Let's just move that camera down a smidge.
All right.
I want to see more of this stuff.
All right. How's that?
That's good.
Sky Booster Squadron. I know it's Squadron. I just say it like that.
Says the guy who last week was talking about the 321th.
Mindworm.
Zach, very Mars Attack vibes for sure.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
Yep.
Collector Worm. Carpet Flotsam. Signal Fire.
I like that one.
Ooh.
Kind of Warcraft give me.
Will you answer the call? There we go. The War Chest. Relentless Assault. Little Rapscal.
What's he look like up close?
Yeah, you little rapscallion. Up to no good.
He's tripping the guy walking by.
Yeah. Burn the stockpile. Fire. Pound. Groke. Groggins. Foozle. Drummer Knot.
Groove Keeper.
Oh, now that's interesting. I just like that idea. The Drummer Knot. And he's drumming with clubs and stuff. All right, that's pretty awesome.
Return a friendly giant creature to your hand.
Ain't nothing, ain't nobody that can beat my beat. Oh, thank God, that's what he said. And finally, Cowfiend. Lifting up some...
He's just chucking cows at people?
Just throws cows at people. Deal 2 whatever damage, I guess, to each neighbor of a creature Cowfiend fights. You got beef with me?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Are there those puns on all these cards? Let's see.
Some of them.
There is flavor text on a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When the fighting's done, the real work begins.
Somebody wrote that for money. I guess they got a lot of cards to get through.
Yeah.
So.
Especially with, what was that, 3 million decks? 3.5 million decks?
Yeah, something like that. That's pretty interesting.
You know what? I really actually enjoy this art style.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's too bad that Keyforge is no longer with us. Yeah. You know.
It is. Sorry, I got some.
Yeah, some
dinging happening
dinglings.
There.
Well, there. Let's go back to the big camera there for a sec. Looking good.
Thanks.
Oh, I gotta take these off.
You're looking pretty good too.
I always look good.
Yeah. Yoink.
All right. Well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
That's not what I expected.
No.
I don't know why I thought Keyforge was going to have keys in it. Like you had to get I mean, you do have to make keys, but it didn't come with like keys. Maybe I was mistaking it for like Beyblade or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the box there. I know we saw it earlier, but those are just joining us.
Mm-hmm.
And can I get there? Every game unique because all the decks are different.
That's right. Which is a really cool idea, but I can see also maybe being unsustainable over time.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Although if it's all computer generated in the way the decks are built.
Well, that's true.
Right. And I mean, as we mentioned before, having Richard Garfield play a part in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was the guy who created Magic the Gathering, so he's got some knowledge behind him.
Yep.
I will say I'm very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't have high hopes for this.
No.
And I really enjoyed the art. I enjoyed the kind of design of it.
Yeah. And you know what? Even this beer's growing on me.
It's because it's 6-point-something%.
The more you drink, the better it gets.
Weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, that was really cool. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Mm-hmm. There's not as much to show this time because there's just these two decks, but that's okay. It's a Sunday night, you know?
Yeah.
Sunday nights are supposed to be just chill or whatever,
chill.
man.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what do you got going on?
We should thank Janice for these.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Janice, if you're, I don't think she's in the chat, but if you are watching, thank you very much for giving these to us and letting us use them here on the show.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate that. We appreciate everybody watching.
And taking part in the chat.
Apparently, there were some issues early on with a few auto-generated that were not appropriate.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
Yep. You got much going on this week?
This week is no, not much going on at all. Just the normal kind of routine, some teaching.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
What about you? Anything cool?
I'm going to continue my streak of awesomeness.
Again? Man, that's like 44 years in a row.
Yeah, that's why it's a streak.
Yeah.
I'm the Cal Ripken of being cool.
You do love to streak.
Yeah, that's right, I do. All right, well, everybody, if you'd like to reach out to us, you can send us an email directly at hello@imperialpulls.com. And if you go to imperialpulls.com, it'll bring you right here to this here YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can also reach us on Discord, Facebook, and TikTok. And we don't have a graphic for it yet, but we are recently on Blue Sky, just like just about everybody else. So if you go to Blue Sky, look for Imperial Pulls, you'll find us. And it's pretty good so far. We're actually reaching out to a lot of people on there.
And seeing some awesome artists and other people who are into the TCG world. Same as with TikTok. There's some great artists and TCG collectors and pack crackers. Speaking of cracking packs, every Monday and Friday we crack packs.
Usually.
Most Mondays and Fridays.
Most Mondays and Fridays, except for ones where
we don't.
But anyway, but yeah. So if you are watching us and you are not subscribed, please consider doing so. It really helps us out.
Yeah, we're at 109 subs so far, and that
you know what?
Every time about 6.
Every time we get a sub, we celebrate.
Yeah, we send each other texts, like no lie.
The first one who notices sends a funny GIF to the other person with that number in it, and we're just like, yeah, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So we really do notice, and we really do appreciate it. So if you're not subscribed, or if you know someone who you think might enjoy our channel, please share us with them.
What do we do on Mondays and Fridays when we do it?
Well, Mondays is typically a mishmash of all different games, and Fridays is Genesis Battle of Champions, our favorite game. So you can check those out on there.
Yeah.
And as always, I'm Brian.
I'm still Joe.
And we hope you have a terrific week. We'll see you next week at 8 Eastern right here on Imperial Pulse.
Are we endorsed for beer yet?
We're not endorsed, but we are enthusiasts.
We are enthusiasts. Bye, everybody.
Bye.